What's up, collective? It's your girl, Madam Storm LeVive, and we are back with another reading, y'all. So, welcome to today. It is December 15th, 2025. Happy Monday, alright? So, we are going to go ahead and jump into today's reading. We're going to start this reading off with my spiritual ABC oracle and see what wants to come out for the collective. I have been shuffling, so we're going to go ahead and cut the deck, and we're going to tap in and pull the energy for today, okay? So, messages for the collective. What does the collective need to know? What is the energy surrounding the collective for today, December 15th, 2025? What is the energy surrounding the collective? Okay, so we have Promised Land. Okay, so we have Promised Land coming out for the collective, okay? And on this energy, we see rainbows and money signs, okay? So this is giving jackpot energy, right? What do they say? They say there's always a pot of gold at the end of a jackpot, right? So I feel like this is that energy for the collective you need to that you need to be aware of, right? You are or have now accessed or have access to the promised land, okay? You've made it to the promised land. So first of all, congratulations, okay? Because big ups to you for doing what you needed to do, transforming what you needed to transform to even be able to, again, be in this frequency, be in this energy, okay? So this is the energy where it's all about colors, okay? With this rainbow energy, okay? So we have red, yellow, orange, green, blue, and purple, right? So I'm gonna pull some more energy from my rainbow oracle, okay? And I'm also going to pull energy from my true money oracle, since we have rainbows and dollar signs on the card, all right? So good energy. So let's give this rainbow oracle a few shuffles. Okay, so we're gonna shuffle 3 times and see what it is that we need to know. Okay, so this is also giving chakra energy as well. Okay, the 7 core chakras. All right, or the 7 basic chakras. Okay, so let's see. Messages for the collective. Clarify this promised land energy for the collective. What does the collective need to know? So we have TLC, and you know what I heard? Tender, loving care, okay? So I feel like this what you need to be prepared for, okay? To be in the energy of receiving tender, loving care, okay? TLC is a group, okay? So this could be you and a group, or you and 2 other people, or this could be a group that is wanting to provide you with this tender loving care, okay? So take it how it resonates. But I'm seeing 3 individuals, all right? I'm also getting, again, just the energy of that nurture, that compassion, that love, that tenderness, right? That care that someone has been yearning for, okay? So this is something that you will have access to, okay, now that you have made it to this promised land, okay? So let's go ahead and see what wants to come out of the True Money Oracle, and then we will move on and put all of this together, okay? So let's see. We're going to give this a few shuffles, right? Because, again, we want to make sure that we aren't pulling from stagnant energy, okay? So we're going to cut and tap in and see what wants to come out when it comes to the collective accessing this promised land energy, okay? So, Spirit, what is the financial or the true money energy surrounding the collective at this time? So we have cash flow realm. So you have, and it's interesting because we have TLC, so that the C could literally be this cash flow realm, right? That you have accessed, okay? So money is flowing to you at this time, okay? I feel like if there is any if there has been any debt that you need to release or that you owe, I feel like there's something that you are now able to, again, be free of, okay? You're able to restructure yourself coming out of some possible debt, all right? So, again, cash is flowing to you, all right, due to you, again, maintaining or accessing this promised land frequency. This is a frequency, and it's interesting because out of the rainbow oracle, the color that came out was purple, okay, which is giving either your crown chakra or your third eye chakra, which I feel it is really working hand in hand, because there is a vision, right? You was able to visualize this land. I feel like that is something that is being promised to you, right? This land, okay? So that's interesting that just came out, that the L in TLC could be land. So you can have some type of land and cash that's getting ready to come to you at this time. So it's interesting that the T hasn't really, okay, well, the T is coming in as some type of truth, okay? So this is interesting. So due to you accessing this promised land and having or being able to exist in this high vibrational frequency, I feel like you are in an energy of truth, right? You're in an energy of land, which is prosperity, which is abundance, right? And you're in an energy of cash, right? Which is also, again, things, the thing that you need to care for yourself, okay? So this is interesting how this is coming out, all right? So let's see. Let's keep going. So now where do I want to go? This week we kind of see all of this is kind of giving it's giving heaven on earth. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting. But we are going to use the timeline. Let's use the timeline testament. Let's use this timeline testament. Actually, you know what? We're going to put this timeline testament back for a second. And we're going to use our higher frequency. Now, see, I should use the spiritual fruit and chakra oracle. But I was going to use the higher chakra oracle. I'm going to use both, to be honest, okay? Because, again, I did say this is heavy chakra energy, okay? And then now we see this land here. So land produces fruit, okay? So we're going to use the spiritual fruit and chakra oracle first, okay? So let's see what wants to come out of here. We're going to go ahead and cut this deck, and we're going to tap in. So, Spirit, what do we need to know for the collective in regards to this chakra energy, because it's giving portals, okay? Chakra portals are activating and manifesting at this time, okay? So, Spirit, what do we have? We have mango, okay? So this is all about pleasure, power, and passion. And again, I feel like that promise energy is also going here as well, right? There's some type of promise attached to your power, okay? Or some type of promise that your power is bringing forth, okay? To your root chakra, right? Again, to your physical reality, to your stability, due to some type of survival, okay? Because again, now we're going back to this TLC energy where there's this tender loving care, right? So there's this tender loving care that you need after surviving some harsh things, okay? So yeah, I feel like this is the energy where, and now again, going back to the chakra energy with this mango, so now it's not only is it just a fruit that's being produced, right? It's also the sacral chakra, right, with this passion and this pleasure, right? So there's pleasure that's getting ready to come to you with this tender loving care as well, okay? Some type of man is on the go, okay? So man is coming with this mango. There's a man that's on the go, okay? And he's coming towards you for some type of stability or to provide some type of safety, okay? Again, this tender loving care that you need, this person is providing you this stability with this land, okay? There's this energy where, again, you're having what it is that you need with this cash flow, okay? So let's move on to the higher chakra oracle and see what wants to come out of here. Because again, this is a very high vibrational energy and frequency that you have to reside in, okay, in order to even have access to the promised land, okay. So let's see, we're going to cut this deck and we're going to tap in spirit messages for the collective when it comes to the promised land that they have now access. We have third eye chakra. So again, this is what I was speaking on earlier, right? This is all about your light, okay? This is all about your visions, okay? Your prophetic sight, okay? Again, something that was promised. So you could have saw this promise, this land. You could have already visualized this through your spiritual perception, right? And so I feel like there is some clarity that is getting ready to come to you in regards to this, okay? Because this is a frequency where love and money is going to be here for you, right? You're being cared for and you're being provided for, okay? This is the energy of you just really loving or having love, right? This tender loving care to give, right? Sharing your heart and being soft with someone possibly here, okay? Possibly this man that you could have visualized this with, okay? So, now that we see that, and we spoke on portals being activated and opening, let's go ahead and move right into the my Stormgate portal oracle. So, what is this portal energy that my collective has activated or opened? My collective has opened a portal here, possibly with their third eye. Spirit, what is this portal energy surrounding the collective when it comes to this promised land? Thank you, Spirit. So we have love magnet portal. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You went and opened up this love magnet portal with your third eye, and you're pulling in the aligned relationship or aligned and aligned connections, because again, there's love and money here. So this money could be coming from its own separate source, and love could be coming from its own separate source, right? But again, you are pulling in this energy with your power, okay, with your gifts, okay, and that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. So again, it's really all about you initiating your mastery level of skill. And I feel like, again, that is those are the only energies that truly reside in the promised land. Yes, I just split the deck and pulled out another one. And so I'm going to show that one to you. This one says transformation portal. Exactly. The only way to get to this promised land is to go through this transformation portal. And this transformation portal catalyzes total spiritual metamorphosis. Okay, so again, you've gone through a complete metamorphosis. You've released all karmic energies, all karmic debts. Okay, you have really created from a blank space, okay, and through that, right, that was what forced you to go through this cocoon, okay, this cocoon portal. So once you came out of this cocoon portal, you connected to your cosmic memory in the higher realms, or while you was in this cocoon portal, that's when you were connecting to the cosmic memory and these higher realms. And I feel like that is how you are now at the storm gate. You are now at the gate of the promised land. You activated your spiritual justice, and you've retrieved your power, okay? And so again, I feel like that's what you are being congratulated for at this time, okay? Because you have the ability to open quantum creation and timeline commands, right? You can command timelines. You can open portals for people to get to their divine timeline, as long as they are willing to go through this transformation. And that's exactly what you are here to do, okay? That's what you're here to do. You're here to get people to go through these storm-coded portals, these unique portals that you have created for your services, okay? Even these readings are portals. These readings open up people to other dimensions, other worlds, other realities, okay, other realms, all right? And so I feel like that's something that the universe is really getting ready to put you in a position to do, right? So that because you've entered into the cash flow realm, so now it is time for cash to flow to you, all right? So yeah, manifestation alignment portal, exactly, synchronizes action, intention, and universal timing. It is now universal/divine timing for you to have everything that it is that you desire, because your ego depth is now complete, all right? So that's what I have for you all. I hope this reading resonates. Love and light.